Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome, race fans. We're here tonight with the Old Fart Sim Racing League at Daytona for, we're creeping up on toward the end of the season. I got to say that. We're creeping up on it. I think they got about 3 or 4 more races left after tonight. So, but we'll get to the points here in just a minute. There's no other broadcast tonight on MaxSpeedTV. I do not believe. I think there's some stuff coming up tomorrow night, though. The Loose Lug Nut Series, that'll be on tomorrow night, the Cup Series. But right now, top of the leaderboard, Michael Pegg. Looking good. All right, looking at the race analytics coming into tonight, 65-degree air temperature, 67-degree track temperature. They're running 75 laps here tonight. That's 188 miles. Tire window about 40 to 50 laps, but most of the time at these super speedways, you'll see guys only do 2 tire changes. Unless it's early, you might see somebody, maybe if, like lap 20 or something, if there's a caution, you might see somebody take 4. That way they wouldn't have to change tires the rest of the race. Fuel window, they're only running 65% fuel, so that'll be about 20 to 25 laps. And pit road speed, 60 mile an hour. All right, looking at the points here tonight. Larry Yingling still holding on to that, at least a 40-point lead every week he's been holding on to here for the last few weeks. He's 41 points ahead of Darren Reeser, so he did drop 1 point from last week. He had a 42-point lead last week. This week's got a 41-point. Tony Wright in third, 50 points back. Maurice Johnson in fourth. He's 66 behind. Frank Gramuglia drops to 5th place, 75 points back. Dude Conrad 6th, 83 points back. Craig White in 7th, 96 back. Eric Laurie moves into 8th, 112 back. And then we have a tie for 9th here. Michael Howlett and Raymond Rittenauer, 113 points behind. Dwayne?
Michael Pegg is going to be 11th, 116 points behind. Rachel Hunt, 12th, 121 points behind. Kenneth Mikesell is 13th in points, 122 back. Gabe Butler, 14th, 123 behind. He's actually tied for 14th with Jimbo Lasordo. And 16th is Brent Lee, who is 130 back. Rick McKinney is in 17th, and he is 137 back. David Adamson is 18th, and he is 138. Larry Boyle is 140 points back and 19th, and rounding out the top 20 is Chris Hanna, 141 points behind the lead.
Very good, very good. Well, tonight's race brought to you by Georgia Limousine. And just to remind everybody, they do have 2 resets here and 2 green-white checkers if they need them. We're hoping that does not happen tonight. We're hoping that these guys can have a good, clean race. I think it was a week or 2 ago, they had a long green flag run there. We didn't think they were even going to have a caution, and it wound up they had a few cautions at the end of the race. I think that was last week, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Actually, it was 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. So these guys are, I think they're kind of pumped up about that possibility too, of having a race without cautions, and it come all the way to the end here and finish under green. So, well, we got about 6.5 minutes left here, folks. So, well, I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat there. Robert, welcome. Brendan, let's see, Supernova, Marie, how you doing? Debbie Johnson. I know you got a lot of Debbie Johnson. I believe that's Maurice Johnson's daughter, I believe. Going to be rooting for Maurice Johnson. So good to see you in chat. Dwayne and I'll try to keep you guys apprised of everything that's going on out here. Al Cena second, LG Whaley third, Jason Beach fourth, and Frank Gilmuglia in fifth. That's the top drivers right now out there on the track. So, and folks, you're still going to see that the regulators out there all running those beautiful red, white, and blue stars and stripes paint jobs on their cars tonight. It's really awesome to see all of those cars out there together, isn't it, Dwayne?
Oh yeah, they look really good.
Very patriotic. In a time when we need, you know, more patriotism, or however you want to say that.
Absolutely.
You know, this time in the world right now is just one of them iffy things. I hope everybody is staying safe and washing your hands, keeping yourself clean, wiping off countertops and door handles and refrigerator door handles and spigots on your sink. Just keep all that stuff clean so you don't get that coronavirus. I mean, I think a lot of people are really over exaggerating this and panic mode, but you know, nobody was in a panic mode years ago when we had the SARS outbreak and all those other ones where 20,000 people died in the United States, you know, and now I think we're just a little over 50 people have died. And, you know, I mean, my thoughts and prayers are out to the families for that. I really feel bad. I mean, one is too many, you know, one death is too many. So, but we need to thank the good Lord above that we've only had 50. So, all right. Well, we're just about ready to step away for the national anthem here, and we'll keep you going here. But folks, if it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, please do subscribe, hit that little bell there, and click all. That way you do get notifications every time we do go live. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Hey, D.F. Williams. Well, it's not 100% retiring. It's going to be like a partial retirement. I'm just trying to cut back. And when I was doing 6 and 7 broadcasts a week, Maria, it's time to kind of, I want to try to cut back a lot. And I'm not going to get anything else to fill in them places. So, but I'm not going to completely 100% retire. All right, folks, we'll be right back after the national anthem. So stay with us.
That our flag was still there. those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, yeah, for the land of the free, and the
All right, we're back, folks, and qualifying's just getting started here. You see these guys going kind of slow around here. They've been doing this. I guess this is something new that some of the drivers have been doing now. They've going slow around the tracks on the, I guess, like on the first part of the track, just to get the tires heated up a little bit, because these cars do not like cold tires. So that's from what I understand. I you know, that's only what I've heard.
And it's really weird how that works, but yeah, and it's got to be with the newer builds of that iRacing been doing with the new tire model, because it's definitely not the normal way you'd handle that, especially not in a normal car.
Well, sometimes we get that supernova that people have joined, and you know, maybe something come up and they've had to leave or something. So sometimes you'll get more likes than you do viewers, at least at start, you know. Well, Craig White top of the leaderboard as we speak. Harold Decker second. Mark Antonio third, and Rachel Hunt fourth. So 75 laps is what we're looking for here tonight. Maurice Johnson heading to take his second lap. We got a couple of his, I think his daughters in chat there. I don't know if anybody, he said he wasn't sure if anybody else was going to be tuning in. Hey, Brian, how you doing, Brian? We're doing good. We're doing good here. Yep.
Right now, Harold Deckard is the man on point.
Yeah. Great job. Dude Conrad rolls in third. Here comes Maurice Johnson to turn in his second lap. Let's see what he's going to get. Oh, there he goes. Top of the leaderboard for Maurice Johnson.
Here comes Larry Yingling completing his second lap. Let's see where he finishes.
Uh-oh, that might have just...
Fourth.
Oh, fourth. Wow, what the... Wow. So Larry's not getting... Oh, Jimmy Crow takes the pole.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. Nice. Well, Gabe Butler's coming around. Let's see what he's going to do. He's already turned in one lap, was 17th quickest on the board. Let's see where he's going to be now on his second lap. He's got just enough time to make it to the start-finish line. And I'm sure Jimmy Crow, he won the pole last week. But remember, he didn't, he never even, I don't think he even led a lap last week. Let's see what Gabe Butler turns in. Frank G. Let's see. Gabe Butler, 4th place. Wow. Let's get Jimmy down here real quick. Holy smokes, Jimmy. Is this going to be 2 weeks in a row you got the pole? Jimmy.
Yes, sir, Mr. Rudy.
Yeah, is this going to be 2 weeks in a row you grabbed the pole?
I got lucky, Mr. Rudy.
Oh, man. I'll tell you. Well, you know, I hope you have better luck this week than you had last week with that pole, because you never even got to lead a lap last week, did you?
No, sir.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Man, I'll tell you. Well, good luck out there tonight, Jimmy, and congrats on getting the pole.
Thank you, Mr. Rudy. I really hadn't spent much time at Daytona, so I'm surprised.
Yep. All right, let's run down through the qualifying order here. Jimmy Crow taking the pole, the 45.774. Only 3/1000ths of a second quicker than Maurice Johnson. That's pretty impressive. Raymond Rittenauer in 3rd. Harold Decker will start 4th. Gabe Butler 5th. Craig White will start 6th place. Larry Yingling 7th, our point leader. Dude Conrad 8th. Darren Reeser 9th. And Al Cena rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Michael Pegg will roll off 11th. Larry Boyle 12th. Noel Coors 13th. Eric Laurie 14th. Chris Hanna 15th. Frank Ramuglia 16th. Thomas Ackridge 17th. Charles Johnson 18th. 19th is going to be Rachel Hunt. And Dan Marcantonio is going to round out the top 20. Rudy?
Jason Beach 21st. LG Whaley 22nd. These guys usually don't qualify. So, yeah, we don't have many qualifiers here tonight. Robbie Singleton 23rd. Kenneth Mikesell will start 24th. Tony Wright 25th. Earl Lateral 26th. Jimbo Lacerdo 27th. Mark Robertson 28th, the Canadian Rocket. Hornet starting 29th. Brent Lay, will start 30th. Michael Martin 31st. Rick McKinney 32nd. Michael Hollett 33rd. Paul Witt 34th. And that rounds out the field, 34 drivers. Very good. So Jimmy Crow, 2 weeks in a row with the pole. Holy smoke. And you know, the sad part of that is, Dwayne, he's not even in the top 20 in points. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Golly, man. You know, those are some extra bonus points you get for that pole position, but it's not even enough to put him into the top 20 in points. That's a shame. All right, folks, remember 2 green-white checkers at the end of the race, and they do have 2 resets, but that's not something that they want to have to use, want to try to keep them for close to the end of the race. So we may see some guys kind of break off of that front pack. We usually see that, don't we, Dwayne? Guys kind of staying back there 3 or 4 seconds, giving themselves a little bit of time to check up in case something happens up in the front. But what we've been seeing here lately in the last couple of races, the wrecks have been middle to back of the pack.
Yeah, it's been kind of spread out a lot. Seems like here lately the front's where you want to be. So look for those guys to try to move up and stay there. Got Maurice Johnson starting on the outside. You know, he's going to want to get up front as quickly as he can and stay there. So I look for quite a bunch of moves going on here in the early goings.
Yes. Well, Maurice Johnson asked me about maybe turning up the car sounds a little bit more. So, folks, I'm going to let you guys be the judge of it. Once they get going here, I'll ask you a couple times throughout the race here if the car sounds okay. I'm trying to get them maybe set a little bit better. But here we go to green. Pace car is just about ready to hit pit road. And Jimmy Crow's on the loud pedal here.
Green flag.
Green flag's in the air. Here we go at Daytona. No NASCAR races this weekend, so, man, we're going to put it on here tonight.
Absolutely. And just a quick race note, Paul Witt and Jimbo Lasordo are on pit road. They were issued 30-second penalties by the admin. I think it was carried over from last week. And Rick McKinney did not start the race.
Yeah, man. So, actually, we're down to 33 drivers then. Well, good push there from from Raymond Rittenauer. Big push. Maurice Johnson on the outside. Guys are looking pretty good.
Looks like Jimmy's going to lead a lap this week, Rudy.
Yep, he does grab a lap lead. Yes, very good. Now here comes Maurice on the outside. Are the cars, yeah, are the cars too loud for you? Can you hear us over the cars? That's kind of what I'm really kind of shooting for. Trying to make sure that we do keep the cars loud enough so you can hear them, but we don't want them to drown us out.
I tell you, I'm really surprised at how few cars there are on the outside line right now.
I know.
We almost had a wreck in the back. Holy cow. Let me see if I can go back and see who that was.
Yeah, this has really kind of split the field up a little bit. Back part of the field here, Kenneth Mikesell and Michael Howlett must have something happened there.
Looks like Robbie Singleton hit the double yellow line going into the corner.
We got a yellow.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, a bunch of them. Craig White caught up in that. Let's see if we can go back. Looks like him and Rachel Hunt, something happened. Go back and take a look at it here. All right, Craig White's on the outside. We got a lap car there, but that no bother him. That didn't bother him any. Oh, right there, somebody.
Harold Decker gets up into the wall. It almost looked like, if I had to guess, like, oh, that was complete net code.
Oh,
Jimmy Crow drifted up a little bit, Rudy, and that just shot Decker into the wall.
Yep.
They never touched, but that was pure net code there.
And he got into Craig White. So we're going to have a lot of cars caught up into this. Craig White does a roll here. That's going to collect a few of the regulators in it. Eric Laurie's going to get involved.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of drivers got slowed down. It wasn't quite as big as it could have been, but still about 7 cars involved in that. Yeah.
Well, along comes Rachel Hunt, nowhere to go. And right ahead of her is Craig White flipping. She does get into the wall a little bit. Al Cena was collected into it. Chris Hanna, Harold Decker, of course. But Rachel's trying to lock it down. She was running out of real estate here, trying to miss it. And she is going to get into Craig White. Actually, you know what? No, she did not get into it.
No, she stopped.
Very good. Before. That's awesome.
We got a pit road right now is a very busy place.
Well, Maurice Johnson was scored as the leader, so he it looks like we got quite a few guys, a couple guys going to stay out maybe here.
4 stayed out. Maurice Johnson, Jimmy Crow, Darren Reeser, and Thomas Ackridge stayed out. Everybody else came down pit road.
Yes, sir. Michael Howlett, he's going to stay out. Well, who's going to be our first victim here? They are only 5 laps into it, but I wonder maybe if we could get a word in with Craig White. And, better yet, probably the guy to talk to there would be Harold Decker.
Okay,
because
go for it.
Let's find out what happened there. Harold Decker, you got a copy?
I do.
Harold, what happened there? Was there some net coding there between you and Jimmy Crow, or what happened?
I'm not sure.
Did you have to use a reset?
I did.
Oh, man. On lap 5. That's horrible,
It happens some days.
Yeah. Well, because it looked like almost like you bounced off of something there, but there was nothing there. You could have put a whole car between you and Jimmy Crow.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not sure what happened. All I know is I was going around in circles.
Oh my gosh. Well, horrible news for you, but you're still going to be in 11th place after this. So, but you're going to be minus 1 reset. So it's a shame, but at least you're still in it.
Yeah, I got to end of the line because I had to fit her early because she was smoking pretty bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Well, Harold, good luck out there, man. I hope you have better luck.
Yeah, I got it out of the way now. We can go.
Yep. Okay. Good luck. All right. So he's going to have to go to the end of the line now because he pitted early. Craig White is back out on the track, but he will be a couple of laps down now.
And that's actually, this caution coming with 5 laps in is actually a break for Paul Witt, who was given that penalty at the beginning of the race, had to come to pit road.
Right.
He is now on the lead lap.
Yeah, very good. We had 4 guys, actually 5, I think. Michael Howlett did not come to pit road either. And he's going to be back in 3rd or 8th place, excuse me, after starting 33rd.
Yeah, a lot of track position gain there, Rudy.
Yeah, look at that. The number 33 started 33rd today. Look at that. Huh? What are the odds of that?
Like he planned it.
Yeah. They're saying Dwayne's a little bit lower. Well, I can turn Dwayne up a little bit more. Let's see how that is now. But
That better?
Yeah. Say something again, Dwayne.
Well, we're about to find out what these guys got as we're doubling up to go green.
Well, you're loud for a little bit, and then you kind of get soft. I don't know what the deal is with that, but
That's weird. Let me adjust my microphone.
well, you get them going this time.
Will do.
Well, again, thanks to Georgia Limousine for being the official sponsor here this season for Old Fart Sim Racing. A shout out to them if they're watching. I hope everything's well there. And again, thank you. Appreciate that.
Right now we have 31 of the 33 cars that started the race on the lead lap. Right now, Craig White and Jimbo are both on track, 2 laps down.
Uh-oh. Wow, all the cars blinked out on me there for a second.
Oh, no.
I hope.
You having internet issues?
Must be.
I still see them all.
Must have been a little glitch or something, but I guess it recovered, so it's okay now. Huh. Wow, that was weird.
All right. Here we go. Pace car ducks off. Green flag is out, and we are back underway at Daytona International Speedway. Reese Johnson going to get the jump here. He's going to lead that bottom line. Jimmy Crow has a little bit of help from the outside, but we'll see what they can do as they go down into 1.
Now that the field's checked up a little bit there, Michael Howlett laying back with his teammate here, Al Cena and Michael Pegg back here working together. 3 of the regulators close together. And Larry Yingling is still hanging on, barely into the top 10 right now.
And speaking of that, Rudy, you know, the reason he's got such a big lead right now is because he has finished no worse than 10th in all 7 races. He's the only guy out there who's finished in the top 10 every single race.
Isn't that something? I mean, that's quite a record. That's quite a record to have, especially at super speedways.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why he's got a 41-point lead right now.
Yep. Now looking back from Maurice Johnson, a lot of hungry wolves behind him. Jimmy Johnson on the outside, or Jimmy Johnson, yeah, Jimmy Crow on the outside. Wow, yeah, wow, that's what I say, wow. I don't think Jimmy Johnson's in this race. 34
He
there.
might want to be, though.
Yep, Darren Reeser. A good run there on the inside. Inside row's moving right along pretty good.
I'm seeing a lot of weaving right now from both lanes here. I don't know if that's a product of setups or what they may have going on out there.
Yeah, that I would venture to say probably, because the temperatures are cool, and you know everybody's running a different setup out here tonight because they're not fixed setup. Howlett did close that gap up finally on Thomas Ackridge. So we're 2x2 pretty much all the way to the back now.
Chris Hanna making an unscheduled pit stop. He is now one lap down.
Yeah. And we got two guys laying back a little ways here. Actually, three of them, I should say. Larry Boyle, Harold Decker, and Hornet. Harold Decker, I think, is probably kind of taking it easy right now. He's already had to use one reset. Doesn't want to use another one. It's too early for that.
Yeah, we're only 11 laps in, Rudy.
Yeah. Gabe Butler hanging on to 6th place. Dude Conrad right behind him. They're in 9th. Haven't seen a whole lot of change in here, except for Michael Howlett, which stayed out. Come from 33rd up to 7th. He stayed out. He did not pit. And that's kind of off sequence from his teammates, because Alcina and all his other teammates are from the regulators did pit. So
Yeah,
he's gonna
I think
have
that was more of a bid for track position than anything.
yeah, be up there with his teammates.
But he's got, if he does have to pit, if it does go green, he's got company that's going to come with him. Thomas Ackridge, Jimmy Crow, Darren Reeser, Maurice Johnson. None of these guys pitted, so they'll be all pitting together.
Yeah, they've only got 5 more laps on there, which a couple of those were caution laps. So technically, you might be able to just say 3 laps of green flag laps on the tires, and fuel be just about 3 laps, maybe 4 laps difference on fuel. But that's enough to get you out there and get a point, get a bonus point for leading a lap.
Speaking of, Darren Reeser jumps to the front on the outside line, trying to get a bonus point for himself.
Yes, sir. Not a bad idea. He's second in points, trying to close that gap up on Larry Yingling, 41 points behind.
Yeah, at this point in the season, they're going to have to hope that Larry Yingling has a couple bad races to catch up.
Yeah, I talked to Maurice Johnson earlier about it, which, he's been slowly moving up the charts and now is up to 4th. I said, you're not out of it yet. And he goes, yeah, but he said 66 points back. He'd have to almost think that, and he said, I would never wish it. Uh-oh.
Eric Laurie.
Oh, Eric Laurie, no! And we got a caution. Oh, no. All right, let's go.
It was the start of 3 wide, and let's see, who was on the outside there? That was 77 of Michael Martin on the outside of him.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
As
LG
they were going
Whaley.
3 wide, and looks like Laurie was just weaving a little bit as he came off the corner and just got up into him.
Yeah, I'm watching here right now as they come around to the start-finish line. This is where it all happened right here. Did he come up, or did the 77 come down?
Kind of looks like Laurie came up.
Yeah, Eric did come up a little bit there, and then the 77, they kind of met in the middle after that, and that turned the 77 right down into Eric Laurie.
No, the 77 does get it going straight again, but Laurie goes down through the grass and slides right back up in front of traffic.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I see that. Poor Eric. There's a guy right there. I talked to him before the race. He cannot get a break. No matter what he does, he just can't get a break. He gets into the 51 there of Kenneth Mikesell, and Kenneth's going to get spun too.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go on that.
Yep.
So still, it looks like there were only about 2 or 3 cars involved in that incident, which is surprising considering that happened middle of the pack.
Well, Darren Reeser did get his point lead, and he is scored as the leader. So we might see these guys come to pit road now, because they're well under, they're probably well over half a tank that they've used already, being they're only running 65% fuel.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they stay out here.
Yeah, they're pretty much forced. They've got to come in. It looks like everybody's coming in. Yeah, that's a good call. Well, we're going to see some 2 tire changes here, so, not a big deal. Guys want to get out.
See some fuel only.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Michael Martin, involved in that spin, elects to stay out.
All right, well, everybody is away, but yeah, Maurice Johnson was first off of pit road, beating Darren Reeser out, but he will be starting behind Michael Martin, unless Michael decides to come to pit road next time by. Let's see, did he get to score a lap? No, he did not, and he's got damage on his car, too. He may just stay out this next lap here to try to get a lap lead. Michael not in the top. Oh yeah, no, he's not in the top 20 in points. My bad. Who do you feel like talking to now?
Well, how about we talk to Michael Martin?
All right, is he in here?
Let's find out.
I see him. Yeah, down there, just below Michael Peg or Michael P. I think that's Michael Martin. No, that might be Michael Howlett. Martin might not be in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's in here.
It looks like he's coming to pit road.
Yeah. How about Dude Conrad?
All right.
Grab him, drag him up here, and we'll talk to him.
There he is.
Dude Conrad, you got a copy?
Hey, Rudy.
Man, what's it gonna take for you to win one of these things? Excuse me.
Well, I just got to get. If we get some green flag runs in, get some decent pit stops, we'll be up front.
Well, 2 cautions already in 16 laps. That was just kind of one of them deals where they were going to try to go 3 wide in the back, but we haven't seen anything horrible yet. Not the big one, but we've seen a wreck up front and a wreck in the back now. So there's really not much of a safe place to be, is there?
Well, I mean, typically the front's the place to be, and usually the rear, for whatever reason, there's more chances of stuff happening. Not because it starts in the back, but having to dodge everybody. So I'd rather be up front.
Sure, I bet. Well, you're working with your teammates up here, so I guess we'll let you go, and good luck out there the rest of the race, dude.
Thank you, Mr. Rudy.
All right, so back up front, Maurice Johnson hanging on to the point. And Debbie's in chat there. Christy Smith. I'm taking it I think Debbie's his wife and Christy's his daughter. I think. Hey, Called, how you doing?
Eminem. Huh? This caution is a big break for Chris Hanna and Jimbo Lasordo. They're both staying out to get one of their laps back, so they'll now both be 1 lap down and fighting for the lucky dog.
Yep. Well, Eric Laurie, because of that, will be at the tail end of the field here, so the tail end of the lead lap, let me put it that way. But it looks like he had to use a reset. Now that just changed. We got a couple guys that ducked into pit road there. Mark Robertson, Brentley, and Hornet looks like stopped top off fuel. Larry Boyle's in too.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So that leaves us 31 of the 33 cars on the track on the lead lap.
All right, we're going to be restarting on lap 19 out of 75. 2 green-white checkers looming in the distance if they need them. And 2 resets, which we know some guys have already used one. I don't think anybody's used both of them yet, but there may be somebody.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Well, folks, grab that YouTube link and share it out to all your friends on Facebook or Twitter or something. Get them all in here. Tune in tonight. Can't be a whole lot of racing going on tonight on Saturday night. Got to tune in here to MaxSpeedTV. Get your fix on some super speedway racing.
Not a whole lot of anything sports related going on right now already.
No basketball or anything, man, or no racing. Just nothing going on. All right, here we go. Pace car hits the pit road. And there's the green. We're back underway here at Daytona.
And Eric Laurie ducks off and heads to pit road, Rudy.
Oh, no. What the heck? Speeding penalty, maybe? Oh, boy. Raymond Rittenauer, third on the bottom, and there goes Gabe Butler to the high side in front of Darren Reeser. He wants to get a point lead. I believe, didn't Gabe Butler win last week? No. I forget who won last week.
Hang on, I'll tell you. Al Cena won last week.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Where is Al at right now? He's back in the field of ways, I think. Yeah, he's back in 14th position.
Gabe did get that lap led.
Very good. So point for Gabe Butler.
Oh, man. Brent Lay came across the nose of Craig White.
Uh-oh.
He spun down, though, inside the infield, hit the inside wall, and towed back. So no caution, but he has taken his car behind the wall.
Ah, man, what a bummer.
And that leaves Craig White now out of the draft by himself. Mark Robertson as well.
Noel Coors in 11th place, only picking up 2 positions. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of regulators toward the back here, ain't there?
Yeah, they're just biding their time right now.
Alcina and Michael Pegg. And then we go back to Paul Witt. He's in 19th. And then Chris Hanna, which did get back on the lead lap, now in 23rd. So a lot of regulators toward the middle, from the middle to the back. Well, I'll tell you, Maurice is he's on a mission here to try to lead the most laps and get the most points that he can possibly get here tonight to try to even reel in Larry Yingling just that little bit more. Second,
every little bit helps.
Third in points, Tony Wright is back in 18th position right now. I'm waiting for him to make a move to get to the front, but he's riding behind LG Whaley, Jason Beach, and right in there with his teammates. Rachel Hunt's right behind him, so. Watch for Rachel to get up there. And also Earl Lateral. Yeah, I forgot Earl's part of that team as well. They're in the Geritol Lounge there, LG's Geritol Lounge. I don't know what the name of their team is, whether they have a name for it, but we'll just call it the LG's Geritol Lounge.
That sounds good to me.
Yep. They're going to be having a birthday bash coming up for him. I have not got a date on it yet. Jimmy had mentioned it, I believe it was last week, so I don't know when that's going to be coming up. And also, they are going to have a race here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I don't know what day or anything, and I'll try to keep everybody informed about it. But a race, actually, the guys from the pit stall are putting on a race, retirement race in my honor.
Oh,
So,
wow, nice.
Yeah, they asked me to pick the car, the track, and the laps, and we're going to try to get it up on MaxSpeedTV if at all possible. So, but I think we're going to run Cadillacs at Michigan, which is always fun. Oh, it's fun. You want in on it?
In on that, absolutely.
Well, I'll put your. He said to let him know, and I will let him know.
Running the Cadillacs on an oval is definitely a good time.
Oh yeah, especially Michigan, man. It's just pack racing, and it's fun. The blast.
One of my favorite tracks.
Oh yeah. Well, Harold Decker, after being involved in that wreck there, he is back in 25th. He was in that first wreck. So definitely taking it a little bit easier now. Trying to save that one last reset. Wow, the 02, or what is that? No, the 835. That is Robbie Singleton. Boy, he really went up the hill. He's going up the hill quite a bit there in the corner. Uh-oh, I see smoke. Uh-oh, we got a big one. This is the big one. This is the big one. Oh, my gosh. That's the big one. Wow, let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened up here. Let me know if you find it. I'm assuming somebody got bumper hooked or something here. I'm not really sure. I'm on Jason Beach because I know he was involved in it. Oh,
yeah,
right
Rudy,
there.
I just had a big internet spike, so I have no idea what happened.
Okay, I think it was Raymond Rittenauer. Let me see if I can find him. Something. It looks like Raymond might have caught the yellow line. He did. He caught the yellow line, and that's what started this. Boy, that's one thing. That's a no-no right there. You do not want to touch that yellow line. As you can tell, folks, it just unloaded the back end of that car, and he got all out of shape, and he got into the 38, got into the back of him there, and that's what started this. And guys checking up. Larry Yangling involved in it. Oh no!
Oh man,
Dude Conrad. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's not what Larry Yangling needed right now.
Nope. And pit road is a very busy place.
Oh, I'll bet. Gosh, looks like we got about maybe a dozen cars involved in that, maybe? Wow, the guy that got tore up really bad there was Noel Coors. Jason Beach involved, Chris Hanna, Robbie Singleton, man, there's a bunch of them got caught up into that.
Yeah, Rudy. Everybody on the lead lap hit pit road this time.
Yeah. All right, well, Maurice comes off first. Wonder if we can get a word in with Darren Reeser. Let's see if we can get him down here. Darren Reeser, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, Darren, man, you closed up some points last week. You're at 41 points behind Larry. Man, what do you got to do to win another one of these, huh?
Well, I'm trying.
I know you are.
I don't know. Just stay up there and win it. That's it.
Yeah. I know it's very
I got
tough.
plenty of help.
Yeah, I know it's tough on super speedways. It's really tough to win, because it's kind of a shooting match out there. But if you're working with a teammate, it really does help. And I just wanted to mention too, Darren, I love the paint job on that car. That is awesome.
Yeah, Frank Gramiglia put this together for me. I thought I got it changed over tonight, but I didn't. But
yeah,
thank you.
it's like a gold chrome or.
It is. He did a really nice job for me.
He did. He did.
Promotes my village garage, my business, my shop I work at, wrenching on cars all day. I like that.
Yep. Very good.
OSFR, Old Farts.
Yep. All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you go, and I wish you the best of luck out there tonight, because I think luck is what's going to win for somebody tonight.
Yep. We're having fun. I hope you're having fun too.
Oh yeah, we always have fun. Good luck for the regulators.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. I did put it back in there. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, let's see. What is that? Caution number 3, I do believe. Yeah.
I believe so, Rudy. Yeah.
And that was the big one. You know, we always talk about the big one. We know there's going to be one. We just don't know when it's going to happen. Luckily, we've kind of missed the big one here the last couple of weeks, but I think they just made up for it.
I believe they did. Yep.
And right now, Maurice has led the most laps with 20. So he is definitely on a mission to try to pull out a victory here tonight.
And I think he'd like to see a checkered flag really soon, because right now Larry Yingling is 24th. If that were the finishing order, that'd be a huge points gain for him.
Yeah, I think the one that really lucked out on that, I do believe, and I agree with who was it that said that in there? Robert said the 99 there, LG Whaley, is the guy that really lucked out on that. He did not get involved in that. He actually kind of not really drove through it, but he lucked out, and he's moved up to 8th place now after starting 22nd. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Harold Decker, he's back up into 9th now. Michael Howlett is in 10th after starting 33rd. A bunch of the regulators here working together. Alcina, Michael Pegg, Paul Witt, Frank G. Frank in that, he's got a total different red, white, and blue stars and stripes car on that. Man, Harley Davidson, that is sharp. That is sharp. He did a great job. Frank G must be a dang good painter.
Yes, he did it. It's one of my favorite paint schemes out there.
I know it. That's sharp looking. All right, Dwayne, looks like the lights are out. We're going green this time by, so get them going, brother. Going to be restarting on lap 30.
Will do.
We still got a long ways to go here. A couple more pit stops for these guys at least.
Yeah, at least 2.
Yeah. And then it's to make sure that they've got enough to make it to the end, too, even including green, white checkers. You know, that's something that I know some guys, they take that chance and not plan for it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
All right, here we go. Pace car ducks off. Green flag is out. We're back underway as Maurice Johnson leads Gage Butler and company to the line. The inside line, for the moment, has the advantage, but we'll see how Dude Conrad pushes Gabe through the corner, see how that works out for him. Gabe has the advantage. Can't quite get clear. Tries to duck down, but no room.
I'll tell you what, they're pretty tight up here in the front now. Things are starting to heat up a little bit. Wait till we get into the second half of the race. Things are going to get really hot. Jimmy Crow, our pole sitter, did get the lead a couple laps, but now he's back in 7th place, taking his time. And all these guys doing right here, over 200 miles an hour now since the new build. Jimmy Crow just hit 207 there going into turn 3. That's fast.
Yes, it is.
You know, we talked about it before. Before this build, they were hitting around 192 or something like that. And, you know, the reaction times at 190 mile an hour plus was, you know, down to milliseconds. Well, just think about now, they're over 200 miles an hour. How much your reaction time's got to be to somebody spinning or getting loose, or maybe an engine blowing up in front of you, or whatever, you know, contact made. The reaction time's down under milliseconds now.
Gotta close your eyes and hope for the best.
Well, hey, thank you, Sean. Thank you so much for the donation there, buddy. Thank you. Very cool, very cool. Yes, it says cool. That's cool. Yes, thank you so much. Well, we do this mainly for you viewers. You know, we want you viewers to enjoy the racing out here. Hey, you can't watch any other racing this week, so because they've suspended all NASCAR races. So hey, might as well tune in and watch a little virtual racing.
Absolutely. Speaking of tuning, Rudy, how about we do a little crank it up?
Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. All right, folks, let's do a little crank it up here. All right, we're back, folks. LG Whaley sitting back here in 8th place. Good job.
A little bit of shaking up going on under that crank it up. Gabe Butler managed to get himself up front.
Yeah.
And Maurice Johnson now on the outside trying to take it back.
Yeah, Maurice probably not too happy about that move. You know, he's been up there just really putting the power down tonight, leading 26 laps, the most of anybody so far. So yeah, that's why he went right back to the outside. Now he's out there working with Dude Conrad. Maurice lone wolf out here tonight. No teammates to work with. Wow.
He's doing a good job all by himself.
Yeah, he is. Man, I wouldn't discount him for a win. No way. Absolutely no way. Let's go back in the field here a ways. Chris Hanna, which was involved in a wreck there and was, I believe, wasn't he a lap down at one time?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and he's back on the lead lap. We're running up here 15th. Very good. with a bunch of his regulator teammates. Very good. Gosh, they're all around him. Those guys have been absolutely crazy this season. Crazy good, I mean. You know, they have been running really well. That team is well oiled, I gotta say, well oiled.
One guy I'm watching right now, Larry Yingling, he restarted 24th and has only moved up to 21st. Hasn't really been pushing it back towards the front since that restart.
Robert, that's good. That's good. Supernova asked, did he miss anything? He had to step away for a minute.
Oh, my goodness.
Robert said, yeah, you missed the raffle for the Wendy's chicken nuggets. That's good. I like that.
Not sure what happened to Thomas Ackridge. He was running in second right behind Gabe Butler, pushing him, but he ducked down to the apron, almost collected a few people, and
his
he
motor
blew up.
Yeah, his motor blew up.
That's what happened. He blew.
Oh, man. So he's got to head to pit road and try to get that engine repaired. Hopefully he's got a reset left. I don't know, Mark Antonio on the outside, but he still did not lead that lap. Gabe Butler beat him to the line.
And that split up the field a little bit, as we have about 7 drivers who had to check up and have lost the draft because of it.
Yeah, Michael Pegg back here, Frank G with Mark Robertson, the Canadian Rocket, which came from 28th. And these guys, you know, I mean, the race ain't over yet. They're probably going to have another caution here, and that'll get them caught back up. So this really isn't that big of a deal. Jimbo Lacerdo back here, Hornet, David Adamson. Craig White's with these guys, but he is a lap down. And these guys are probably about 8 to 10 laps away from the next round of pit stop. And they'll still have to stop one more time after that, though, because it would be really, really, really super close. I don't think it would be mathematically possible for them to make it on one more pit stop.
They would have to get to lap 52.
To be guaranteed, just to make sure. And then that's not even counting green, white checker.
Yeah.
So, that would be... Well, outside there, Mark Antonio trying to get a lap led, just hasn't been able to get that good push from Maurice Johnson yet. And look at this, LG Whaley up to 6th place. He is ready to get up here and lead some laps. He doesn't have any of his teammates up here, though. Rachel
Jason
Hunt's
Beach is a few cars back.
Yeah. Rachel Hunt's the next one back. Tony Wright. And, Jason Beach. These guys are really split up. Earl Lateral. Now, Earl Lateral is 2 laps down with these guys. But he is part of the team. And Thomas Ackridge takes his car behind the wall. Wow. Maybe he didn't have any resets left. I don't know. All right, did Mark Antonio lead that lap? Yes, he did. So he grabbed a bonus point. Not bad for coming from 20th.
No, not bad at all.
He's always a factor. He's always a factor when you get him inside that top 10. He's a force to be reckoned with. Jimmy Crow now back into 5th. We talked to Duke Conrad there earlier. He's running in 8th right now. I asked him, what's it going to take for him to get a win here? He could really use a win. He dropped, I think it was another position last week in the points. And that put him 83 points away from Larry Yingling. But he's still battling here with Frank Ramuglia and Maurice Johnson, Craig White. These guys are all still fairly close in points that can change weekly.
Yeah, the only guy who really has himself stood out from the rest of the field right now is Larry Yingling. It's really close from 2nd to 10th.
Yeah. And Larry's running back in 18th. And he's not back here with any of his teammates. So I don't know if he's, oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. He is working with his teammates. He's part of the regulators. Duh. So, but he's behind all these guys, you know, in which, really, you know, he doesn't have to sweat it too much, you know, because he does have such a big lead. But the thing of it is you don't want to lose that lead with how many points or how many races are left in the season? I think
4 races left.
4 races? Okay. 4 races after tonight. Now, next week, Roger will be back with you. Don't forget, Dwayne.
Yep.
Just for 1 week, and then I'll be back after that. So, and we'll have 3 races left to finish out the season. And Mark Antonio wants to come down, but there wasn't enough room. Whew, that was close. He thought about it. Good thing he didn't. He might have took the front end of Gabe Butler's car right off.
And he almost got stuck in the middle 3 wide.
Yeah. Yeah, if Maurice would have went to the outside, they would have definitely went around him. If you notice, LG Whaley kind of backed off there a little bit for a minute. Oh, Jimmy Crow, no. Save it, Jimmy.
Caution.
Oh, he saves it, but everybody, is he going to, man, he just misses the wall, but everybody behind him gets caught up in that. Oh my gosh, let's go back and see. There's another big one. This is big, the big one 2.0. Yeah, I'm going to watch here on Jimmy Crow as he gets loose. I think it was Dude Conrad kind of got caught up into that.
Yeah, Jimmy touches the yellow line and just checking up. They all checked up behind him, and Dude Conrad gets run over by Tony Wright, who just had nowhere to go.
Well, back up a minute, because right ahead of him, Darren Reeser did the same exact thing.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it was like they did it in tandem there. Hold on a minute here. I'm trying to find. Okay, I'm going to ride along with Jimmy here, but if you watch him and Darren Reeser, like they did tandem off the track right there. So it wasn't just Jimmy, but Darren Reeser did too. But that Darren or Jimmy is the one that really caused that big one. Man, oh man, that was a horrible one. And he just missed the wall. I don't know how he missed that wall.
And Coors gets the worst end of that deal as he gets the front end taken off and then spun right into the inside wall.
Wow, man, oh man, yeah, that was Harold Decker involved. Jason Beach was involved in that. Chris Hanna in another one. Gosh, that's probably going to make Chris Hanna, I don't know if he's going to have any resets left or not. Well, they're all coming to pit road. Everybody's in. All right, looks like Gabe Butler is going to be out first, but Kenneth Mikesell stays out to lead a lap.
Yeah, it looks like he came down pit road but missed his pit stall already.
Oh, okay. Well, that's horrible. I hate that when that happens. All right, looks like everybody is coming off of pit road here, but Gabe Butler out first. Well, let's get Maurice down here. I know his wife and his daughter are watching. So let me see if I can get Maurice down here and talk to him. Maurice, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Rudy.
Well, Maurice, so far you've led the most laps, but keeping that car up in the front now, you got Gabe Butler up here. Man, what are you going to have to do with him? Because you know he's pretty awesome.
Gabe's a tough dude, man.
He is.
I don't know. Just have to play it as it comes. Get somebody to go with me. Maybe we can do something with him. Otherwise, we're in trouble.
I know you're kind of racing solo out here tonight, but you know, I know you've always said, you know, you'll work with anybody that'll get you there, you know, and well, it looks like you might be starting with Dan Marcantonio behind you on this restart.
Yeah, Dan's a good pusher. I'm in good shape with him. Yeah, and I believe in pushing the guy in front of you. That's the way I play this game.
Yep. Well, you got him out there. He led some laps, you know, so that's good for him. And but man, you still got a long ways to go. You guys are going to have to stop one more time for fuel.
Yeah, we're going to be about 3 gallons short, 2 gallons short, somewhere along there. So we just have to play it as it comes. There'll probably be another caution.
Now, do you plan for green, white checkers, or don't you?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because the way it's been going here tonight, I think this is this a 5th caution? Or
I don't know, 3 or 4, something other.
4th, yeah, 4th caution. So, all right. Well, and then look at it. We've had 15 lead changes, too. That's pretty impressive.
Roger. Yeah, it's been a good race so far up front. I don't know what it looks like in the back, but and I don't want to find out.
Yeah, you don't want to be back there. Huh? All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you go. You want to give your wife? I think it's your wife and daughter in chat.
Oh yeah, Debbie and Crystal and Christy and Libby and my son Vince. He's probably watching too. All my grandkids out in Kansas and the grandkids here in Kentucky. I got a bunch of them.
Very good. Very good. All right, Maurice. Well, good luck out there, buddy.
Okay, Rudy. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Well, Gabe's going to try to steal that win away from Maurice there, Dwayne. You know he's going to be a tough customer all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, Dragon. How you doing? Jimmy got a passing under yellow. What? Yep, Maurice does sound positive. Yep, that's good. You got to stay positive. You know, this is what we always talk about this every week, you know, that running at a super speedway, as close as the racing is, it's a gamble. You know, you don't know whether you're going to finish first or last. You know, it's just a gamble you take. And the way these guys, the most important thing is just to keep that car as clean as possible and make sure you can keep it there, you know, get it to the end and put yourself in that position to win.
Yeah, and luck plays a lot into that as well.
Yeah. Well, Chris Hanna did come off of pit road, but he is going to be 2 laps down. And Dwayne doesn't look like he had a reset left. I didn't think he did. A lot of damage on that car.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I hate to see that.
The whole front clip's gone. The hood's gone. So there's going to be pretty much not too good of aerodynamics left on that car.
Hopefully he can get in the draft and just kind of keep an eye on it here and go from there.
Well, he is 2 laps down, and Craig White is 1 lap down, but we still have 24 cars on the lead lap. Now, the guy that's in 3rd place, Tony Wright, sits 24th, the last one on the lead lap. And then where is Darren Reeser? Darren Reeser's up here in the top 4 as we get ready to go back green.
All right. That's where he wants to be.
All right, pace car heads in. And there's the green. We're back underway at Daytona here with 4 races left after tonight, folks, with the points heating up from second on back. And again, thank you to the sponsor here, Georgia Limousine. Would like to thank them for being the official sponsor of the Old Fart Sim Racing League. Golly. And just thank you to them. I hope they're tuning in, watching some of these races and enjoying them as much as we are, Dwayne.
I'll tell you what, it's been some great racing going on here the past few weeks, so hopefully they haven't missed it.
Man, look at all the regulators back here. Michael Pegg. Oh my gosh, Larry Boyle now into the top 5, so very good. Yes, sir. Michael Pegg, Michael Howlett. These guys all part of the regulators. Frank G. and Paul Witt. Very good. Well, Dude Conrad was involved in that accident there. I think he got a little bit of damage on his car. But look who he's working with, our point leader, Larry Yingling. Larry's going to try to find a way to get to the front.
Yeah, I believe they're teammates, aren't they, Rudy?
Larry Yingling and...
Dude Conrad?
Dude Conrad. No, Dude, no, not with Dude.
Oh, okay.
Dude's kind of like in the middle of all them regulators right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Dude's part of the Team Bootnaka.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Odd name team, and a Bootnaka. Good racing, though. Good racing.
Yeah, good racing all the way around as Maurice Johnson tries to get some more laps led here. Going to take Darren Reeser, giving him a great push to get there, though.
Yeah, if Maurice could just lead about another 10 laps. That would pretty much solidify his most laps led here tonight. But I'll tell you what, you got two of the best in the business out there racing for this win right now. And it's going to be tough to get by either Gabe Butler or Maurice Johnson. Definitely.
Absolutely.
And see, this is why Darren Reeser is second in points, because he's had such good runs these last few races. He's kept himself inside this top 5. And that's what it's going to take, man. That's the only way he's going to be able to beat or even come close to beating Larry England. He's got to stay up inside that top 5.
Yes, he does.
I know we talked. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's also going to have a little bit of luck go his way. I mean, right now, Larry is 11th position. Not familiar territory for him, so we'll have to see if he can get back there at least a 10th before this race is done to keep that top 10 streak going.
Well, you can bet Larry, once they make this final pit stop, Larry is going to be going really wild. He's actually starting to pick up a little bit of ground now. And he just dropped it down to the bottom here because we might see some guys maybe do a short pit here.
Well, I was about to say, that's one thing we haven't seen yet today is green flag pit stops. So
yeah,
we may have that here in the closing laps. I would say right now, now we're within the window. If they pit now, they're going to be able to cover finish and green white checkers.
Yeah, it'd be really, really a lot closer. So yeah, we might see somebody maybe in the next lap or two. If they don't, then they're going to probably just stay where they're at. Outside, Dan Marcantonio. And he goes to the front. A big push from Maurice Johnson there.
Yeah, he just kind of weaved himself between them and like, all right, my turn.
And Maurice drops it to the bottom. Here comes Kenneth Mikesell on the outside with a push from LG Whaley. And Jason Beach. Wow, here comes the LG's Geritol Lounge coming up through.
Yep, they're all nose to tail here.
Yep, they're like, beep, beep, get out of the way.
What about that team? It's been a while since they've had a win of their own.
Yeah, I know it. Well, Jason Beach has been on the bad end of good finishes for weeks now. I don't know what he's going to have to do to put himself into the victory lane. I really don't know. And, Jason's another good driver to always watch, but luck's just not been on his side lately. And Rachel Hunt, she's been slowly moving up the points, but she is a long ways back from Larry Engling, 121 points behind.
Yeah, that's a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah. Charles Johnson.
Look like the back half of the field right now is strung out.
Yeah, I see that.
And Larry Engling has dropped to about 16th now.
Yeah, these guys are setting up for that final pit stop, but they're probably just trying to calculate everything out and make sure that they don't pit too early, but they want to pit early enough that they don't have to take as much gas. That's the way I look at it. Right. You don't have to put much gas in it. It's a quicker pit stop. Don't change tires, stop 3 or 4 seconds, you're out of pit road. That's why I like to pit early. Versus having, 6 or 7 or 8 seconds on pit road. I'll take the 3 or 4 seconds. You know, you can look at it both sides of the coin on that, Dwayne, because, you know, you're taking a chance if you pit early and then a caution comes out. Sometimes that can,
8 ball.
Yeah, but sometimes that can put you into the lead by doing that, you know, because you've already made your pit stop and everybody else is going to have to pit.
The key to that is coming in, having a clean stop for your entire team, getting back out ahead of the lead pack and not going a lap down.
And hope for a caution right then.
Yep.
You know, right after they get off a pit road. Noel Coors into 9th after starting 13th. Yeah, I was talking about Charles Johnson there a minute ago. Another nice looking car. Come from 18th up to 11th, so he's working it.
No, look now. Here comes LG Whaley fighting for the lead.
Yeah. Got Jason Beach with him. And you know what that means. When those two get together, that is a very dangerous combination between them two. Those guys, they are bad to the bone. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying the race. Christy and Marie, I hope everybody's having a good time. Debbie, Adrian, good to see Adrian. Seth, what's up? How's it going? And let's see, did LG lead that lap? No, he did not. Dan Marcantonio led that one, but LG's got a pretty good lead now. Let's see what happens.
They were tied at the line. iRacing had a 0.00 second split, but they gave it to Marcantonio.
Yep. Wow. And now Maurice Johnson's ahead of Gabe Butler. That could be a good thing. That could be a good thing to you know, try to sneak out and pull out this win. And it was probably a good thing also for leading the most laps here, because Maurice has led 26 and Gabe Butler's led 20. So Gabe was starting to close in on Maurice for the most laps led. And we're down to 24 cars left. I'm sorry, 23 left on the track. Alcina looks like he's sitting on pit road with heavy damage and not going to get back out there on the track in time probably. Craig White is 1 lap down. What happened there to Mark Robertson? Looks like he got shuffled out a little bit. The Canadian Rocket shuffled out of the pack. What?
He's way back here in the back, Rudy.
Yeah, wow. Well, you know, I know everybody likes to win, but Mark, he likes to just have fun. That's what he's out here doing. All these guys, that's the way they race here. They want to go out and they just want to have fun. LG Whaley, Jason Beach, those two have been teamed up for quite some time. Let's ride along with Jason Beach here for a minute. Watch him pushing the daylights out of LG Whaley.
And he's definitely got to watch his temperatures here.
Yeah.
We've already seen Thomas Ackridge blow up pushing, so definitely something he needs to be aware of.
Yeah, we can't see their temperature, folks. That one thing I don't know. iRacing they don't allow us, I guess, in most of the cars to see that temperature. But the only thing we can see actually is their RPMs.
And LG gets that lap led.
Does he? All right, very good. So, well, LG fell out of the top 20 in points, but that doesn't mean he can't go out here and get a win.
Nope. Now his role's pretty much spoiler for the rest of the season. And that can be a fun position to be in, too.
Yes, sir. So he's going to lead this lap. Marcantonio looks like might get it at the line. Yeah, he definitely does get it.
Yeah, sometimes it's almost better to be in LG's position because you don't have the pressure of, man, I got to finish. Man, I got to keep my points up. Where am I? Where's this guy? You just go out there and race and just have a good time doing it.
Well, we're well inside the where the guys could pit any time here. The two up front have been out here for 18 laps, so they're probably going to be looking at pit stops here in the next couple of laps. Next 2 to 5, somewhere along in there, 2 to 5 laps.
Yeah, the way they were starting to get single file, I thought it was going to come sooner.
Yeah.
But right now, we only have 4 of the 23 cars on the outside line. Everybody else is on that inside line.
Yeah, hey, they are, and it looks like the regulators working together here. Larry Boyle, Paul Witt, Michael Pegg, these guys working together. Not a whole lot left out of the regulators. We've had a few of them that have fallen out. Chris Hanna, I guess that was it, just Chris Hanna. Okay.
Yeah, Alcina's also on pit road out of the race.
Yeah, he's on pit road. Larry Yingling still back in 16th place.
Here they
and
come.
Here it comes. Yep, here they come. A bunch of them coming in. Larry Boyle, Paul Witt, Michael Pegg, all the regulators coming in together here.
Frank Ramuglia almost tagged the inside wall.
So that means we'll be seeing these leaders come in probably this lap or maybe next. Because they're getting right down there pretty close on fuel now. All right, nope, they're not going to come in this lap. They're not going to be able to stay out too many more, though, I can assure you that. It looks like LG and Jason Beach might be backing off a little bit here, maybe to follow that inside line. I don't know. Or maybe they're just going to come in double file here. I don't know. We'll see. Mark Antonio looking pretty strong. Might be Maurice Johnson's new partner right there. Those two have been working together quite a bit today.
And Rudy, we talked about it just before this round of pit stops. You want to make sure that when you come out that you're grouped together and stay ahead of the leaders. These guys, they're about to go a lap down. If these guys don't pit, they're spread out.
Yeah. And LG Whaley led that lap. It was very close, but he led that lap.
1/1000th of a second.
Hey, that's all it takes to win, right?
That's right.
That's all it takes to win. 1/1000th of a second. Oh, Rachel Hunt's kind of fallen off. She's got down to the bottom row, so I think these guys are starting to set up here now. Here comes a few of them. Gabe Butler's coming in. Coming in with Dude Conrad. Whoa, lock it down, man. I don't know if Dude got slowed down in time, but that was close. So we should see these other ones come in next time by, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he was just able to make it.
Wow. You know, he hit the line pretty hot.
And Mark Robertson misses his pit box. Glides right through it. He still hasn't found it yet.
I can't believe these guys are still staying out here. Holy smokes. What the? They're pushing this for all they got, and I know they can't make it the whole way.
No, I don't think they can.
They got to be thinking about pit stops here, like, real quick. We got the top 11, or I'm sorry, yeah, top 10 right now that need to come to pit road, the top 10.
And Rudy, right now there is one guy in trouble, Larry Yingling. He is by himself. No help at all in 9th place.
And here they come. Here comes a couple of them in. Yep, Dan Marcantonio, Maurice Johnson. Oh, Maurice. Wow, I don't know. check and see if he got caught speeding there on pit road, because he locked it down and almost slid into the inside wall.
I'll double check.
Wow. Well, Noel Coors stays out to lead a lap. Second place right now, Charles Johnson. These guys will have to come in real quick here. Jimbo Lacerdo and Larry. What's that?
Maurice Johnson did get it slowed down in time. It was close, though.
Wow, he was lucky. Well, here they come. Here they come to pit road here. Noel Coors, Charles Johnson, and Jimbo Lacerdo as they come in to make their final pit stop. And Larry Yingling should be coming in too.
He does not.
He does not. Whoa. Is he? You know, he's going really slow. Is he trying to save fuel and try to make it the rest of the way?
He might be. That's a big gamble for a guy in his position.
It
That's
sure
a gamble
is.
he can afford to take, though. If I was him, I'd be trying to get right on Tony Wright's bumper here. It does. He's slow. He's really slow. He's doing 177 mile an hour already. He is trying to win this thing on fuel mileage.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be something if he did it?
Well, we're about to find out. It's 2 laps to go. He's going to get the white flag this time by.
If a caution came out, oh boy, you know, that would change everything. But yeah, he is going to do it.
Rudy, it's not often we see a race go fuel mileage at a super speedway, but
I know it.
White flag is out.
Man,
He's got 1 lap to get it done.
And second place is 18 seconds, 17 seconds behind him. No chance of them ever coming close to catching up.
Second place is at the start-finish line right now.
Yeah.
And he is just now coming onto the backstretch. It's going to be really close.
Yeah, it is.
I think
he's out. He is out.
He's out of fuel.
Oh, no.
And the field is barreling down on him. Gabe Butler is going to be racing side by side.
He is out of fuel. Oh, man, you have got to be kidding me. Is he going to... Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it?
Here they come, Rudy.
Nope, he's not going to make it. And Gabe Butler's going to pass him. And Gabe Butler's going to win it. Yes! Wow! I'll tell you what, that was so close.
That was gutsy, man. If he'd have had a half a lap of fuel more, he'd have done it on fuel mileage.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that is crazy. Just to think about that, you know?
And with that gamble, Larry Yingling gets his first finish outside of the top 10 this whole season, Rudy. 17th place, he crosses the line.
Very, very, you know, that was a gutsy call, but you know what? It almost worked.
Almost, man. Good for him.
Yep, he just got passed right there, and then Gabe Butler will come on and finish it. So, all right, well, folks, let's get these guys up here, and we'll talk to them in just a minute. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Gabe Butler. Congratulations on the win. First off, Gabe. But you had to have been keeping your eye on Larry Yingling out there trying to make it on fuel mileage, and you guys bared down on him pretty quick. But man, he almost made it.
Yeah, it was a good try on his part, but we weren't going to be able to make it, so I'm not sure what position he decided to make that in, but it almost worked out for him.
Yeah, he wound up finishing 17th today, but I think it was a good effort. But maybe he should have been saving fuel a lot earlier, and he might have just had enough to make it. But it was pretty cool. Well, tell me about your race out there, Gabe. I don't know if you led the most laps here today, but you did come out of here with the win, so this is really good for you. Let's see, where are you at in the points? You're not even in the top.
I think it was
14th.
11th. I really needed that. So
14th in points. I'm looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, you did not lead the most laps today, but you led the last one. That's the most important one, right?
That's the one I needed.
Yep. So, but what was the racing like out there today? It was pretty nip and tuck there between you and Maurice for quite a while.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent race. I mean, cautions aside, it was a good hard battle there with Maurice. He's a tough cookie to get around, and of course, then Dan got into the mix there for a while, and then Darren was up there, so it was back and forth between quite a few of us.
Yeah. Well, we knew Darren was going to be up there. You know, you don't get to be in second points and battling with Larry Yingling for this championship and not stay inside that top 5 all whole season. You know, this is going to be a big night for him because this is going to move him a lot closer to Larry. We got 4 races left though after tonight, so guys go back to Talladega next week. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's always fun. You never know what you're going to get at a super speedway. You know, it's kind of a lottery, but you know, both those guys are good at Talladega and Daytona. So,
yes, sir. All right. Well, Gabe, who you got to thank for your win before you get out of here and go celebrate?
Big shout out to my teammate Duke Conrad there. We decided to pit together. Raymond came in with us, and he got me to the end there with a fantastic push. And give Larry a shout out, Eric, of course, and they're the teammates. So awesome job.
Very good. Well, we'll see you next week at Talladega. Congrats again on your win, Gabe. And yeah, go celebrate that win, man. Very awesome.
Thanks, Rudy. Great broadcast as usual, partner.
All right, buddy. Well, we're not going to get to talk to Dan Marcantonio, but I do want to congratulate him on his second place finisher tonight. He did lead 18 laps tonight, so he definitely had a good car there, Dwayne. But you got third?
Yeah, dude, Conrad, man, what a finish there for you. Came in tonight 6th in points. You finished ahead of a bunch of the guys that you're in a close race with, 2nd through 8th there. So this is going to be a good point tonight for you. Talk about your race a little bit.
Well, we got caught up in a bunch of wrecks. We never did get mangled, but it was enough to bring us back down pit road. And when we didn't want to, we lost a lot of track position. And there at the end, me and Larry we had stopped and topped off. We thought we could have made it if we saved, but then we got Gabe up front, and he was going to be short by 2 or 3 laps, so we decided to pit with him and got him up front.
All right, and how's he looking forward to next week at Talladega, man?
I can't wait. Dwayne, can you?
Oh, it's gonna be great. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
We didn't see hardly any three
rock and roll.
We didn't see hardly any 3 wide here tonight.
No, yeah. I thought at the end maybe if we'd had enough fuel to make it, that last stop, I'll guarantee you would have seen 3 wide there at the end, a couple of laps. But there's no sense in chancing it right now, Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you we'll see a lot more in Talladega.
Oh, you might see 4 wide, 5
wide. All right. Well, we look forward to it, man. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate with your teammate, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, 10-4. Thanks for the broadcast, guys. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you, dude.
Yep. And other than that, anybody else you want to thank tonight, dude?
Just the teammates. Eric Laurie, he had a some bad luck tonight. We need to pick his chin up. He's probably pouting a little bit, but he'll be all right. Of course, Gabe Butler, last season champ, he had some bad luck here the first start of the season, but maybe he can fight back up here. Larry Yingling, he's looking good. Congrats to Dan Marcantonio, by the way. He's a little old timer. He's damn good, hard to beat at these tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Ray Rittenauer. Other than that, thank you, Dwayne, Rudy.
You're welcome. Have a great night, man.
All right, bub.
All right, let's run down through the final results here, folks, and we'll get the heck out of here. Gabe Butler coming home with the win, a much-needed win. Let me remind you, because he was 14th in points coming into tonight, so this should put him into the top 10 anyhow in points. So congratulations to Gabe. Dan Marcantonio second. Dude Conrad finishes third. Darren Reeser, another good finish for Darren. That's going to help him close in on Larry quite a bit. So very good for him. Raymond Rittenauer, fifth. Kenneth Mikesell, sixth. LG Whaley, seventh. Jason Beach, eighth. Charles Johnson, ninth. Good job for Charles tonight. And Maurice Johnson rounds out the top 10. And Maurice did lead the most laps tonight. Dwayne?
Noel Coors brings it home 11th. Rachel Hunt, 12th. Michael Pegg, 13th. Paul Witt, 14th. Larry Boyle, 15th. Michael Howlett, 16th. Larry Yingling brings it home 17th after gambling on the last lap. Jimbo Lasordo 18th, Frank Ramuglia 19th, and rounding out the field in 20th is Hornet. Rudy?
All right, Tony Wright 21st. Mark Robertson finishes 22nd after that could not get stopped in his pit stall, right? Craig White did finish 4 laps down, 23rd. Al Cena 24th. Jimmy Crow 25th. That was our pole sitter. That's 2 weeks in a row he was the pole sitter and did not win the race. So feel bad for Jimmy for that. Chris Hanna, 26th. Harold Decker, 27th. Earl Lateral, 28th. Eric Laurie, 29th. Michael Martin, 30th. Thomas Ackridge, 31st. Robbie Singleton, 32nd. And Brett Lay finishing 23rd. McKinney did not start the race. So again, congratulations to our winner here tonight for Old Fart Sim Racing and MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight, folks. Thank you to everybody in chat that kept chat going there and moderating it and everything. So thank you all. And until next time, stay safe and have a good night. And thank you, Dwayne, as well.
You're welcome, Rudy, and good night, everybody.